How you doing? Happy Sunday, my world. Happy whenever you'll see this in your world, okay? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Welcome back to my channel if you know me. Thank you so much for coming back to see you, girl. I appreciate you. If you do not recognize this face right here, my bad. My name's Latrice. Nice to meet you. And this right here is Faith by Latrice. Yes, where faith is the muscle we exercise around here. Now let's get on into it. No dilly-dallying. Mira, escúchame. We're going to get right into it. Okay, el tema de hoy is stretched. Okay, stretched. And since words mean things, let's just get up into the definition of what stretched means. To stretch, to draw out or extend oneself, body, limbs, wings, etc., to the full length or extent. To extend, spread, place so as to reach from one point or place to another. Keep that in your mind. Ooh. All right. So this scripture is going to come from Exodus 7 and verse 16. Now, boom. So today, PD preached a wonderful message. And he entitled it, I'm being stretched. So that's where this is basically coming from, right? All right. Let me just get scripture because I'm already hype. I'm already trying to skip stuff. All right, boom. So in this in this scripture right here, God is talking to Moses to go tell Pharaoh something, right? We all know the story. Well, we may not all, but it's a common story of God telling Moses to go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Right here. He says, and you shall say to him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, sent me to you saying, let my people go so that they may serve me or worship me in the wilderness. But so far you have not obeyed. Boom. Now, oftentimes when we hear that story, we all stop at that part. Let my people go. But it says, the end of that says, so they may worship me in the wilderness. A point that PD made was that, like, we thinking, okay, God, they could worship you anywhere. Why do you have to worship in the wilderness? Like, why do you want them to go there to worship you? Boom. They were worshiping God in Egypt, right? The children of Israel. They were in Egypt worshiping God. However, the people who were there around, the Egyptians, were also worshiping all these other people, all these other things, right? So in comparison, Israel was doing great worshiping God, right? In comparison to what Egypt was doing. We doing better than them. They worshiping all this extra stuff. We worshiping you, God. But here's where the problem is. This is why we're never supposed to compare ourselves. Because like PD said, we might give ourselves a higher grade, right? Because of who we comparing ourselves to. Well, they doing this, so I must be doing great. Bring it back down. Because what you're supposed to be doing is comparing your potential. The potential of what you know you can be doing. Oh, Jesus. You know you. And a lot of times, you know there's something in you. You know that if you really tried, you could really murk this thing. You know that if you really use all your time wisely, you could really do something great, right? But you see, when you do bare minimum, you still do better than the next person. So you're like, well, I might as well just keep doing it for what? So we give ourselves these grades and say, oh, I'm doing well. I can just keep coasting like this because for the people around me, they ain't doing too much. This is why we don't compare ourselves to people. Because, okay, getting off topic. No, I'm not. That's the topic. We're not supposed to compare ourselves. You ruin yourself if you compare yourself to somebody else because you don't have the same fingerprint as the next person. You don't have the same path and purpose and calling as the next person. So what you're supposed to do is you are going to be stretched. You're going to be stretched, right? This is something PD said. He said growth and comfort cannot coexist. Did you hear me? Growth and comfort cannot coexist. We've talked about this before, right? He said the seasons that we experience the most discomfort are often the seasons we experience the most development. Think of when your limbs are growing, your body. Think of babies when their teeth start coming in, right? They cry and they scream. Why? Because there's pushing, there's uncomfortability, there's breaking through, right? And we talked about the definition of to be stretched. What does that mean? To draw out or extend oneself. You are extending yourself past what you normally do, right? Oh, Jesus. This is what I got. From the word stretch alone, right? It's to lengthen or to widen. And God was like, this is to widen your reach. If you feel like, he was saying, you feel like some of us may feel like we're in a season where this is like, it's turmoil or it's sadness or it's just all the struggle. It's all the things, but you don't realize you're being stretched. He's talking about the season of giving us an exit strategy because some of us are about to exit the season we're in, right? And we need to know we're being stretched. Why? Because you're going to a different place. You cannot widen your reach if you're still doing the same old things that you're comfortable doing from years ago. If there's one thing that's constant, it is change. The moral of the story is you're being stretched. And when you're being stretched, it's so you can go to the next place. So you can go to the next place mentally, emotionally, in your business, around you. And last thing, once more, stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing your success. Stop comparing your failure. Stop comparing your vacation time. Stop comparing your outfits. Stop comparing your ideas. All of that. You are one of one, baby. That's it. Go about your business. Si nadie te ha dicho hoy, esta día que te estoy hablando a ti mismo, if nobody has told you today, I love you. Because listen, life be lifing, but guess what? We are going to prosper regardless. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.